Hello friends, in the last video we have completed first three examples from exercise 5.4. Now let us try to solve the example number 4th. In this question we have to prove that the sum of the length of projection of this vector on the coordinate axis is 9, where value of PQR is given to us. Means we have to find out projection of this vector on x-axis. On the coordinate axis means what? On x-axis. Then find out projection of this vector on y-axis, and lastly find out its projection on z-axis. And we have to prove that the length of this projection will be equals to 9. So let us revise one's formula which we have studied in dot product to find out projection of A bar on B bar. What is that formula? Projection of A bar on B bar will be equals to A bar dot B bar upon magnitude of B bar. Applying this formula, we are able to find out projection of A bar on which vector? B bar. Same formula we are applying here to find out projection of this vector. This vector we have denoted by what? A bar. Means we are first finding projection of A bar on x-axis, then on y-axis, and lastly on what? Z-axis. So let us first try to find out projection of this vector on x-axis. So therefore projection of A bar on x-axis means, can I say that is on I cap, because I cap is nothing but what? Unit vector along which axis? X-axis. So means in short we are finding projection of A bar on x-axis means projection of A bar on what? I cap. According to this formula, what we will get? A bar dot I cap upon magnitude of I cap. You are getting it? So we are applying the formula of what? Projection of A bar on B bar. It's A bar dot B bar upon magnitude of B bar. But here we are finding projection of this A bar on x-axis, but we know that unit vector along x-axis is I cap. Means we are finding projection of A bar on I cap. Applying this formula. So here just B bar will get replaced by what? I cap. Now substitute the value. What is the value of A bar? A bar is equal to Pi cap plus Qj cap plus Rk cap dot I cap. Keep it as it is. In the denominator we are substituting the value of magnitude of I cap. We know that I cap is a unit vector along x-axis, so its magnitude is what? 1, since it is unit vector. Now in the numerator we are finding dot product of these two vectors. If you observe the numerator, check whether both the vectors are in Cartesian form. Yes, this vector is also in Cartesian form and this vector is also in Cartesian form, means in terms of I cap, j cap, k cap. And we know that how to find out the value of dot product. If two vectors are in Cartesian form, first take the product of coefficient of I cap, that is p into 1 will be equals to p, plus here term of j cap is missing. Its meaning is that its coefficient is 0. 0 into q will be equals to 0, and here term of k cap is also missing, so its coefficient is 0. 0 into r will be equals to 0. Means simply what result we are getting? Projection of A bar on x-axis will be equals to what? P. Using same method we are finding projection of A bar on y-axis. So projection of A bar on y-axis. Y-axis means which is the unit vector along y-axis? Unit vector along y-axis is j cap, that is on j cap. Means we are finding projection of A bar on y-axis means projection of A bar on j cap. So again we are applying the formula of projection, that A bar dot j cap upon magnitude of j cap. So which is equal to, substitute the value of A bar, where value of A bar is equal to Pi cap plus Qj cap plus Rk cap dot j cap, keep it as it is, divided by magnitude of this unit vector will be equals to 1. So which is equals to, now we are finding dot product of these two vectors which are represented in Cartesian form. Here term of I cap is absent, means its coefficient is 0. 0 into p is 0. Then take the product of coefficient of j cap, that is q into 1 will be equals to q, and product of coefficient of k cap will be 0 because term of k cap is missing here. Let us denote this result say by equation number 2 and this result say by equation number 1. Lastly, let us try to find out projection of this A bar on third axis, that is Z axis. Projection of A bar on Z axis. But we know that unit vector along Z axis is nothing but what? K cap. That is on K cap. Means we are finding projection of A bar on K cap. So according to this formula, its projection is A bar dot K cap upon magnitude of K cap is equals to, substitute the value of A bar. Again, value of A bar is nothing but here P I cap plus Q J cap plus R K cap dot K cap, keep it as it is, divided by magnitude of this vector will be equals to 1. Now here product of coefficient of K cap will be equals to R and remaining term will become 0 and divided by 1. Not necessary 1 in the denominator. Let us denote this result by equation number 3. So projection of this A bar on X, Y and Z axis are known to us. Our question is to find out the sum of length of projection. So therefore, sum of length of projection of A bar on coordinate axis is equals to, let us try to find out sum of the projection. What is the projection on x-axis? Will be P, projection on y-axis will be Q, and projection on z-axis will be equals to R. So replace P by its value. It is given to us that P is 2, Q is 3 and R is 4. So P is 2, Q is 3 and R is what? 4. So which is equal to, so this sum will be equals to what? 9. And that is the result which we have to prove here. What we have to prove, that sum of these projection is equals to what? 9. And here we have got our required result, that sum of this projection on the coordinate axis will be equals to 9. So now let us try to solve the question number 5. In question number 5, observe the given condition. All sides of the quadrilateral are equal in length. All the sides are in equal length and opposite sides are parallel. We know that if all sides are equal in length and opposite sides are parallel, means definitely quadrilateral will be a rhombus. So using this, what we have to do, using vector method, show that the diagonals are perpendicular. So here we are considering one quadrilateral ABCD and first write down the given condition. So in this quadrilateral ABCD, it is given to us that all sides are of equal length, means we can say that AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equals to AD. All the sides are of equal length, it is given to us. Even it is given to us that opposite sides are what? Parallel, means here we can say that AB is parallel to its opposite side DC and AD is parallel to its opposite side BC, parallel to BC. These are the given condition. Using this given condition, we have to prove that, what we have to prove, diagonals are perpendicular. So which is first diagonal? AC, and which is the second diagonal? BD. We have to show that these diagonals are perpendicular using which method? Vector method. And we know, sir, we know that two vectors are perpendicular if the dot product is what? 0. Means here if you are able to show that dot product of this AC bar and BD bar, AC bar and BD bar is equal to 0. AC bar is nothing but what? Vector along first diagonal, and BD bar is nothing but vector along second diagonal. If we are able to show that their dot product is 0, means these diagonals are what? Perpendicular. If diagonals are perpendicular, means indirectly we can say that, these vectors are perpendicular, means we can say that these diagonals are also what? Perpendicular. Means to show that diagonals are perpendicular, we have to show that these two vectors are perpendicular. And to show that vectors are perpendicular, we have to show that their dot product is 0. So which is first diagonal? AC bar. So first we are trying to find out value of AC bar and value of what? BD bar. And later on we will find out their dot product. Now here find out AC bar applying triangle law of vector addition. By triangle law of vector addition, let us see what value of AC bar we are getting here. Observe this triangle ABC. in this triangle AC bar will be equals to AB bar plus BC bar. So AB bar plus BC bar. Okay, so this result we have got what? Applying triangle law of vector addition. And now second diagonal is what? BD. So here value of BD bar is equals to, if you'll observe this triangle BCD, so BD bar will be equals to BC bar plus CD bar. So BC bar plus CD bar. So which is equals to, now here which is the common part, BC bar. So let us try to convert first part also common to both the vector. So here CD bar, we are trying to convert it in terms of AB bar. So this BC bar, keep it as it is, BC bar, keep it as it is. If you observe this CD bar is equals to what? BA bar. So it is given to us that CD bar is equals to what? BA bar, because these are nothing but what? Opposite sides of this quadrilateral. It is given to us that all the sides are of equal length, means AB and CD are of equal length. Even they are parallel to each other, means their directions are also same, means magnitudes are equal and directions are same. That's why we can say that these vectors are what? Equal vector. So this implies that CD bar will be equals to, now if you observe that this BA bar, if you are writing it as AB bar, means we are changing its direction, means direction of BA bar and AB bar are opposite. So this BA bar can be replaced by minus AB bar. Getting it? Because direction of these two vectors are what? Opposite. Lengths are equal but directions are opposite. Means what value of CD bar we have got here? Minus AB bar. Just BA bar we are converting into AB bar. So for that purpose we have to give what here? Minus, to show that directions are opposite. Means what value of CD bar we have got here? CD bar will be equals to this BC bar, keep it as it is, and this CD bar can be replaced by minus AB bar. So in the same way, here AB bar plus BC bar can be written as BC bar plus AB bar, which is equal to BC bar plus AB bar, because commutative property satisfies in case of addition of two vectors, so that A bar plus B bar can be written as B bar plus A bar. In the same way, AB bar plus BC bar can be written as BC bar plus AB bar. Well, now here value of AC bar is also known to us and value of BD bar is also known to us. Once the value of AC bar and BD bar is known, we will try to find out their dot product, and our aim is to show that value of this dot product will be equals to 0. So now we are finding value of dot product of AC bar and BD bar. So which is equal to, replace AC bar by its value, where value of AC bar is equal to BC bar plus AB bar. Dot, keep it as it is, and value of BD bar is equal to what? BC bar minus AB bar. Now we are taking dot product of these two brackets. So which is equal to, first take the dot product of BC bar with both the terms in this bracket. BC bar dot BC bar is equal to square of BC, because dot product of same vector is equal to square of its magnitude. Second term will be what? BC bar dot minus AB bar will be minus BC bar dot AB bar. Now take the dot product of AB bar with both the terms. So plus AB bar, first take the dot product with BC bar and later on take the product with second term. So plus into minus will become minus, and AB bar dot AB bar will be equals to AB square, because dot product of same vectors. So which is equal to, keep this BC square as it is minus, we know that dot product is commutative. So BC bar dot AB bar can be written as AB bar dot BC bar. That BC bar dot AB bar can be replaced by AB bar dot BC bar. Keep remaining term as it is, plus AB bar dot BC bar minus AB square, keep it as it is. These two terms will get cancelled. So remaining terms are BC square minus AB square. So which is equal to, keep this first term BC square as it is, AB can be replaced by what? BC. Better we denote it by equation number first. So we are replacing this AB by BC. It is given to us that all the sides of these quadrilaterals are equal. This value we are substituting from equation number first. And then subtraction of two same term will be equals to 0. Now what result we have got here? AC bar dot BD bar will be equals to 0. Means we have shown that dot product of these two vectors is equal to 0. It implies that AC bar and BD bar are perpendicular to each other. This is the condition for vectors to be perpendicular. So if dot product is 0, vectors are perpendicular. So this implies that if this AB bar and AC bar and BD bar are perpendicular, means these vectors are perpendicular, means this segment along which this vector lies are also what? Perpendicular. So this implies that AC is perpendicular to what? BD. So if these vectors are perpendicular, segments are also what? Perpendicular. But what is AC and BD? Are nothing but diagonals. Means what result we have got here? That diagonals of quadrilateral ABCD are perpendicular. So therefore, diagonals of quadrilateral ABCD are perpendicular. In this way, using given condition that all the sides of the quadrilateral are equal and opposite sides are parallel. We know that if opposite sides are parallel means quadrilateral is a parallelogram, and in the parallelogram if all sides are equal, at that time that parallelogram is what? Rhombus. And in your earlier classes you have studied that diagonal of rhombus are what? Perpendicular to each other, even perpendicular bisectors also. But as it stands, what we have to show that diagonals are perpendicular. And here we have got that required result. Diagonals of these quadrilaterals are perpendicular. So now see the question number 6. In question number 6, some vectors are given to us. 4 examples are there. In each example, 2 vectors are given to us, and we have to check whether the given vectors A bar and B bar are orthogonal. Orthogonal is alternate word for what? Perpendicular vector. Means we have to check that the vectors are perpendicular, parallel, or neither. Parallel is alternate word for what? Collinear vectors, isn't it? And orthogonal means what? Orthogonal means perpendicular. Now when we can say that vectors are perpendicular if the dot product is 0, when we can say that vectors are parallel if one vector is expressed as scalar multiple of another vector. So let us see the example number first. In example number first, 2 vectors are given to us. First let us check whether these 2 vectors are parallel or not. So what is the ratio of coefficient of I cap? Minus 9 upon 6 is minus 3 by 2. 6 upon minus 4 is also minus 3 by 2, and 15 upon minus 10. 15 upon minus 10 is also minus 3 by 2. Means ratio of coefficient of I cap, J cap, K cap are equal. Means definitely vectors are what? Parallel here. So first consider vector A bar. So therefore A bar is equals to what is the value of A bar? Minus 9 I cap plus 6 J cap plus 15 K cap. It is given to us. So which is equal to, now I am taking here, if you observe here first term is positive and remaining 2 terms are negative. So that's why I am taking minus common. Parallel, if you observe these 3 terms, so we are able to take 3 also common. Means in short, we are taking minus 3 common from all the term. If we are taking minus 3 common, what will get here? 3I cap. So here minus 2J cap. Whenever we are taking minus common, sign will get changed. So this negative term will become positive, positive will become negative, and positive will become what? Negative. We are taking 3 common, means here remaining term is what? 5U I cap minus 5U K cap. Well, simply we have taken minus 3 common from all the terms. So which is equal to minus 3, keep it as it is. Now already the value of B bar is known to us. So we have to multiply to all the terms by 2 to get this expression. So that's why I'm multiplying by 2. So if I'm multiplying to 2, multiply by 2, what will get here? 6I cap minus 4J cap, and here what will get? Minus 10K cap. And since we are multiplying by 2, that's why we are dividing by 2 here. Getting it? Again, if we are dividing by 2, we will get this term. Again, we are multiplying by minus 3, we will get this expression. Just we are trying to get what? B bar here. So first we have taken minus 3 common, then we have multiplied by 2. So which is equal to minus 3 by 2, keep it as it is. This whole term is nothing but value of what? B bar. On this side, A bar, keep it as it is. Now what important result we have got here? A bar is expressed by scalar multiple of B bar. So therefore, A bar is expressed by or expressed as scalar multiple of B bar. And we know that if one vector is expressed as scalar multiple of another vector, at that time two vectors are what? Parallel. So this implies that A bar is parallel to B bar. So in this way, in the first example, we have shown that given two vectors are what? Parallel. Now let us try to solve the second example. So solution of second example. In the second example, first vector is A bar is equal to 2i cap plus 3j cap minus k cap, and B bar will be equals to 5i cap minus 2j cap plus 4k cap. Now first we will check whether these two vectors are parallel or not. To check whether they are parallel or not, just take the ratio of coefficient of I cap, j cap and k cap. What is the ratio of coefficient of I cap? 2 upon 5 means 2 upon 5, and here ratio is 3 upon minus 2 means minus 3 by 2. Here 2 upon 5 and minus 3 by 2 are unequal, means definitely these two vectors are what? Not parallel. Now check whether they are perpendicular or not. To check whether perpendicular or not, we have to check whether their dot product is equal to 0 or not. So orally we are finding dot product. First take the product of coefficient of I cap, that is 5 2s are 10, and here minus 2 into 3 is minus 6, and 4 into minus 1 is what? Minus 4. Means 10 minus 6 minus 4. 10 minus 6 minus 4 means 10 minus 10 will be equal to what? 0. Means here result will be 0. Dot product is 0 means we can say that vectors are what? Perpendicular. So here by observation we can say that vectors are not parallel but they are what? Perpendicular. So we are finding dot product of these two vectors. So A bar dot B bar is equals to, what is the value of A bar? 2i cap plus 3j cap minus k cap. Keep this dot as it is, then substitute the value of B bar, where B bar is equal to 5i cap minus 2j cap plus 4k cap. So well, now if two vectors are in Cartesian form, at that time while taking dot product, first take the product of coefficient of I cap, 5 2s are 10. Then take the product of coefficient of j cap, that minus 2 into 3 is minus 6, and 4 into minus 1 will be minus 4. So keep this plus 10 as it is. Minus 6 minus 4 will be minus 10, and plus 10 minus 10 will be equal to 0. So we have shown that dot product of these two vectors is equal to 0. So it implies that A bar is perpendicular to what? B bar. In this way, we have shown that these two vectors are what? Perpendicular. Same method we are applying in example 3rd and 4th. Now let us try to solve the example number 3rd. So now we are solving this example number 3rd. In this third example, observe the values of A bar and B bar. Orally we will check whether these two vectors are parallel or perpendicular. So if you are finding their dot product, here 5 5 will get cancelled, what will get? Minus 3. If you are taking this product, 4 into 1 by 2 will be 1 by 2, and this product will be 1. Means 1 plus 2, 3. 3 minus 3 is what? 0. Means by observation we can say that dot product of these two vectors is 0, means definitely two vectors are perpendicular. So that's why here we are finding dot product of these two vectors. A bar dot B bar is equals to, substitute the value of A bar, that is 3 upon 5 I cap plus 1 upon 2 j cap plus 1 upon 3 k cap, dot value of B bar is 5i plus 4j plus 3k. So which is equals to, now we are taking dot product of these two vectors which are in Cartesian form. First take the product of coefficient of I cap. Minus 3 by 5 into 5 will be equals to minus 3. 5 5 will get cancelled. This product 1 by 2 into 4 means 4 by 2. 4 by 2 will be equals to 2, and 1 by 3 into 3, 3 will get cancelled, we will get 1. So which is equal to minus 3, 2 plus 1 is plus 3, minus 3 plus 3 will become 0. So we have shown that dot product of these two vectors is equal to 0, which implies that these two vectors are what? Perpendicular to each other. So in this way we have solved example number 3rd. Now let us try to solve this example number 4th, means solution of this 4th example. So here A bar and B bar is given to us. Let us check whether their dot product is 0 or not. 4 into 5 is 20. minus 1 into minus 2 is plus 2, 20 plus 2 means 22, and 6 plus 4 will be 24. So 22 plus 24 will definitely not equals to 0, means vectors are not perpendicular. Let us check whether they are parallel or not. So for ratio of coefficient of I cap is 4 upon 5, and ratio of coefficient of j cap is minus 1 upon minus 2 means 1 by 2, means 4 upon 5 is not equals to 1 by 2, means vectors are not parallel also, means vectors are not orthogonal, not parallel, means our answer is neither, but we have to prove it. So here first find out dot product of these two vector a bar dot b bar is equals to, this is value of a bar, that is 4i minus j plus 6k dot 5ui minus 2j plus 4k cap. So which is equal to, find out dot product. What is product of coefficient of I cap is 20, product of coefficient of j cap is 2, and product of coefficient of k cap is 24. So which is equal to 22 plus 24 will be equals to 46, which is not equals to 0, which implies that a bar is not perpendicular or not orthogonal to b bar. Now here we are denoting, so let coefficient of I cap I am denoting by a1 is equal to 4, b1 is equal to say minus 1, and c1 is equals to 6. Just these coefficients I am denoting by a1, b1, c1, and from the second vector denote these coefficients by a2 is equal to 5, b2 is equals to minus 2, and c2 is equals to 4. Now we are finding ratio of these coefficients. So therefore a1 upon a2 will be equals to 4 by 5, and b1 upon b2 is equals to, b1 upon b2 means minus 1 by 2. So this implies that a1 upon a2 is not equals to b1 upon b2. So not necessary to find out c1 upon c2, because first two ratios are unequal. So from this we can conclude that these two vectors are not parallel. So this implies that a bar is not parallel to b bar. Means our answer is a bar and b bar are neither perpendicular nor parallel. So this implies that a bar and b bar are neither orthogonal nor parallel. Well, in this way we have completed question number 6. Now from question number 7 onwards, means remaining example we will solve in the next video. Today we'll stop.